Gosport in Hampshire makes up one of the most deprived areas in England. There are few provisions for young people, and local residents feel that crime, particularly youth-related crime, is a major problem.
I live in Fulham Road, district of Gosport, by the industrial estate.
My name's Daniel and I live in Holbrook.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of crime around there, a lot of stabbings and muggings and things like that.
I suppose there's lots of bullying and that sort of thing around this area. It's pretty graffitied, like bad graffiti.
There is quite a bit of graffiti on all of the industrial estate and that, where people climb in there and graph up there.
This is some of the graffiti in Holbrook, done by the Holbrook boys. And it's not very nice, like the faces, it's just pointless, doesn't mean nothing.
It's like white and like faces and names, like Holbrook and all that.
Sometimes they write swear words, which isn't very nice for like little children.
I think they do it because like they like graffiti and like I think they think they're all cool and all that.
Holbrook itself, because of the lots of streets and alleyways, I think that attracts a lot of the graffiti problems.
It's just people's names, they just want to make them up when it doesn't mean anything. And also on the side of someone's house, it just looks really tatty and horrible.
When young people are bored and feel like they've got nothing better to do, they can end up in trouble.
But yeah, a lot of it is because there isn't much to do. And Gosport's quite boring, to be honest.
I think a lot of the problems is boredom with why young people do certain things, and if you can give them something else that they can channel their energy into and turn that into something positive, then it stops them going out stealing cars, graffitiing, breaking in, all sorts of other things.
Graffiti is often done by young people who want to mark out the area where they live.
Like a lot of the things that I've written down, like from people cruising that, like old so-and-so crew and that, so it marks out things like territory and like.
The marking of the tag has always been about this is our area, this is, you know, we protect this. And it's one of the only expressions young people have in society nowadays.
The council decided it was time to come up with a plan to tackle the problem in a completely different way.
We've called the project Holbrook Street Art Project because of the connotations that are associated with graffiti. And we wanted to turn the graffiti that the kids do on the wall and leave that as graffiti, but our project to be street art.
Street art is the most modern, hippest art form there is at present. The word graffiti is Latin and it means unwanted scribings on wall surfaces. What we're trying to combat is the actual ugly graffiti, the words, the swearing, the pointlessness, vandalism. So we teach kids about that and the difference between graffiti and street art, and they learn how to respect their environment and make it more beautiful rather than ugly.
It's nothing like what we're doing. We're doing art rather than graffiti.
And it looks a lot better than like people just doodling.
With the street art project, we're working with the local kids in the neighbouring estate next to the Holbrook Recreation Centre. We'll be applying these big ply boards onto the wall after they've finished designing their names, logos, what characters, whatever they want really.
For 6 weeks over the summer holidays, loads of young people from all over Holbrook got involved in making their local area a brighter, more fun place to live.
Okay, we have different styles of graffiti here in an alphabetical order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is what you can copy to get the ideas and the styles.
We have a little consultation with the young people. We show them designs, books, our past murals. We teach them about the history, the art form itself, the techniques, special effects you can create with spray cans, the tricks of the trade. And they come up with their names, their nicknames, and then add their colours with colour pens. And then we either do them on boards or sometimes we can do them on smaller pieces of card and they take them home with them.
I think the project is really good because like there's loads of people there that you can get on with and there's people that can help you do it.
Yeah. We started by just drawing out our names and in graffiti style writing. That's how I learnt to draw properly.
We drew all of our like designs out, and like we had help with like the people who ran it.
We wanted to make sure that the boards were put on the recreation centre wall, firstly so they could be seen by everyone, and also we wanted them by the kind of youth end. You've got the play area there, you've got the youth shelter, so we wanted to kind of give the young people a bit of ownership and their own segregated area that they can go and they can feel comfortable in.
We started doing it on little boards, and then we gradually got up onto the big boards and started spraying the big boards and our ideas onto it.
I've done this project about cows, because my nickname's Cows, and I've put them in bright colours so it stands out with like a crisscross line going out the outside.
I done my C a reddish colour and like a H with all different colours, which are all dripping into each other, and it was a really cool effect.
Dubstyle. Dubstyle is when you've got a piece that's quite easy to read. It's like quite normal lettering, like you can basically read it quite well, and it's like usually not too mad colours, it's just like the letters together with outlines and stuff like that. I like doing the dub pieces because I like the rounded style letters, and I was doing that. And because these boards aren't really that big, I like doing like the star instead of the actual name star, because it does abbreviate a bit and make it a bit smaller. And I thought of making it into a bit of a shooting star, and I made it into shooting star, and I did like the letters and coloured it in. I did like the colours as well, because they all went together, sort of from like purples and yellows and a bit of like green in the back, and made it look a bit like sort of psychedelic colours.
Over 20 young street artists took part in the workshops over the summer, working together to create a collective piece of community art, and something they could be proud of.
It is indeed.
On the unveiling, we had the Lady Mayoress of Gosport come to open the mural.
And how long has it taken to do that?
6 weeks.
We had buses full of local people from different homes and organisations. It's really a great community project, you know, everyone turned out and gave their support.
It's lovely, it's eye-catching, it's bright, it's really nice.
We're all against the ugly graffiti, the swear words that are written quickly on walls and that. Obviously, yeah, we're all against that. And most of the time they like to put their names, you know, it's like having your names up in lights, you know.
I mean, that must be absolutely fantastic to sort of walk past and say, I did that, I was, I was part of that.
Pointing it out to their family and friends. It gives them, self-worth of the environment, which is what kids are missing these days.
It's going to look a lot better than it used to with like nothing on it. It's going to, wow, cool. I love it.
I think the kids have got a lot out of it. They've learned a lot of new stuff. They've been mixed in with other kids maybe they perhaps wouldn't have mixed with. They've got to know the artists. They've got to try new techniques. They've got to do things that maybe they never would have got a chance to do before, and possibly, hopefully, they've taken some of those skills away with them.
Makes me feel good about myself, because I know that I've done something well as a community, and the community looks good if it's got that sort of stuff on it.
I think it is really important because like your name's all around your area and like your mums can see it and all that.
Young people these days, they want to express themselves, and I think if we keep shutting down areas that they can do that, we're failing them. We need to open up and respect what they see as art, not what we see as art.
If I'm walking over it, I just think I did that and feel proud.
Feedback from the kids is this is one of the best things we've done in our lives. When you're coming back, are you coming back again next year? Please, can we work for you?
I don't know, I like it. I think a lot of other people like it. Show the graffiti isn't like vandalism, it is actually an art form, and that it's got a good side to it rather than the side that people most think of as soon as they hear it. So yeah, I like it.
People have been really positive about the project. They think it's really encouraging, that it's getting young people engaged in something. They think that it's artwork, not graffiti. I think they realise a lot more about what goes into it, about building up the techniques, building up skills, and the sort of pride that the young people get out of it, really. And also, it's bright, it's colourful, it brightens up the area, it can be seen from the main road, so it kind of, ticks a lot of boxes, really. We want to run a similar project again next year. Maybe rather than having 2 sessions a week, we might have 1 session a week and have it more as a drop-in sort of basis. Whether we do a specific wall or something again is something we can think about. And obviously we want to try and, you know, the skills that we've taught the young people, put those into practice, so maybe go into other schemes and do things. There was talk about possibly going into one of the sheltered housing schemes and doing some work in there, and possibly maybe a legal graffiti wall or somewhere that they can go and you know, and do it freely.
Legal graffiti sites, also known as Hall of Fame sites, that's where it is a designated site where people can go and paint onto the walls and repaint it as well. Sometimes the council go back every month or 2 and paint it white again, so it's ready for the next batch of kids coming through.
Well, I don't know if they'd be able to stop it, but what they could do is they could provide us with boards and things like that, like an area where we can do it. Like these street art projects have been good because they've been giving us areas, but I mean where we can do it on our own without having to, we have to provide our own paint that's got a bit more independent, or like in a park or something, have boards set up, like big, like 6 foot by 10 foot boards, and just have them taken down or painted over each week, things like that.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have got a bit more involvement, but you know, the involvement that we have got has all been positive, and I think that really shows.
Well, I only really knew about this one because I heard it because I went to a street art project before this in Rowner, and when I was there, one of the council workers said to me, well, there's one in Holbrook, and I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. They should make it more, they should advertise it more. Places where people do hang around, send youth workers out, and places where graffiti is quite common, stick leaflets up there. Like when you do see, you go past, you see, oh, there's a big tag or something, stick a flyer there for legal graffiti, so and so, and then people would read, when they're going to do it, they'd read it and be like, oh, I'm up for going to that.
Would have been nice perhaps if we could have, you know, for the end in a bigger sort of final unveiling, but then with a small project, is that always what you want to do? Maybe not, so something to possibly think about for next time.